welcome back. Welcome to 2017. I know I'm a little late on this video, but I was busy. Alright, so today I have for you my 2016 beauty favorites. So if you would like to see what has been my favorite things for the past year, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to start out with face products just because I feel like I should. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Marula Beauty Oil. Marula Beauty Oil is the best thing that has basically ever happened to my face. I feel like my skin has drastically changed because I use this every night. My skin is so much more hydrated. I don't have as many breakouts, and this has just been an absolute lifesaver for my skin. If you haven't tried this, I highly recommend it. I think it's absolutely amazing and totally worth the money. Sticking with the Marula theme, this I use every single morning before school, before I put my makeup on. This is the Marula facial lotion. First off, this smells so good. Oh. And second, it moisturizes my skin and keeps it so moisturized all day, and this is gotta be my favorite of all time lotion. It's expensive, yes, but it is once again 100% worth the price. It has just done miracles for my skin and I love it. So when it is time to wash all my makeup off, I always reach for the exact same facial cleanser, and it is always the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Deep Dive Cleansing Gel. This is like literally almost empty. I've had this for forever. It lasts such a long time because you really only need like one pump of it and you can get like your face completely clean. But this is just so good. It really cleans the skin. It's not like too abrasive. It's not exfoliating, but it does a really good job of just cleaning the face. I love to use this with like one of those face brushes that like circles, and you know what I'm talking about. But this is just a really good facial cleanser, and I love it. And I love that it has a pump, so it's just like easy to know how much I'm using every time, and I love it. It's my fave. Alright, kind of getting off from face really quick, I do want to talk about my tanner that I always use. This is the Loving Tan Mousse. I do switch between the 2-Hour Express and the Ultra Dark, just like 6-hour mousse. This one is the Ultra Dark. I did put this one on yesterday on my legs, and then I used the Dark 2-Hour Express like on my neck area. This has been my all-time favorite tanner for a year or so now. This stuff is so good. It lasts way longer than any other tanner I've ever used, and it gives such a great color. It's not like yellow or orangey. I just think it looks like I'm bronzed, or at least that's what I think. And it lasts a really long time because I only apply it once a week, and I think at the end of the week I still look fine. Like, you can tell my tan is old, but I think I can still get away with it because I do get away with it. But yeah, I apply this once a week and I'm obsessed with this. I think it's so perfect. If you haven't tried this yet, once again, I highly recommend it if you enjoy being tan, but I am sure your skin is fine just the way it is. But if you like to be tan, I think this is a great alternative from the sun. The next item is something, once again, I use every day when I am putting my makeup on. This is the Skindinavia. This one is the makeup finishing spray. I do also use the setting spray one. This stuff is so good. This truly works and really helps my makeup last all day long, especially for my like long hours of school. Put my makeup on at like 6 in the morning, so I have a really long stretch from 6 until 4 of having to keep my makeup on and looking fresh, because you know kids will comment being like, oh, what's happening with your face? But I have been loving this for the past year. This stuff is so good. This is the best setting spray I've ever found, and I've tried a lot of different setting sprays, and this one just works the absolute best. Alright, my all-time favorite foundation of the year. I hope you guys would know which one it is. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I just can't stop using this. I use it so often. I need to get a darker shade because I think this one's just like a smidge too light. This one is in Y365, in case anyone is wondering. This foundation is just so hydrating, and it's just so good. I don't know how they have such good stuff in it. This is like it. Like, mine is all the way up. It's like almost gone, so I really need to get another one. But it's so good. So I'm not sure how people with oily skin like this, but I do have dry skin and I absolutely love this. So it has a great finish on the face, and it is hydrating as well, but not like overly hydrating that I feel like people with oily skin wouldn't like it. I feel like oily skin people would still really enjoy this foundation, and I just really love the finish that it gives, especially with like a dampened beauty blender. I think it looks really pretty. Speaking of dampened beauty blenders, this little guy has been my fave also. This is the Real Technique sponge. These came out a while ago and I never really gotten the kick of it because I was like, why would you do that when like you have a beauty blender? And then I finally got one of these and I actually like these way more than the Beauty Blender. I feel like they have more bounce than the Beauty Blender does, and I feel like it just gives a better finish than the Beauty Blender does, which is crazy because I was so against these at first and I was like, ugh, fine, they're on sale, I'm just gonna get one. And then I really loved it and I bought 4 more. Alright, next up I have 2 powders that I have just been loving this year. The first one is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I love this one because it's just like the Laura Mercier translucent one, except it's more brightening, and I love that one. So when I finally got this one, I just knew I was instantly obsessed with it. It does a really great job brightening up that under eye area, especially if you're looking a little bit sleepy. It really brightens up that area. And the second one that I love is the Ben Nye Cameo Powder. I don't use this one often on screen just because it's very hard to like dip your brush in and like tap off the, it's hard. So usually I'm just using this in my room, like when I'm doing my makeup or something, but I use this all the time, and I love to use this with the dampened Beauty Blender as well and like bake underneath my eyes. I feel like this is the perfect color for me. The banana powder is actually like too yellow on me, so I do also like to mix the 2 of these, like the banana and this one together, to give me like a really nice banana-y shade, but like light enough for my skin tone. But once again, this is the Ben Nye Cameo Powder, and this stuff's real good. Up next, we have a blush. This blush I use just about every day at school, I think. Sometimes like, ah! Alright, so this is the MAC blush in Harmony. This is such a gorgeous color in the pan. It looks like super, super basic and just kind of like a brownie mauve color, but on the cheeks, it's just so pretty. I love it, and I don't know what else to say about it. It is matte, and it just does such a nice flush of color, and it shows up a little bit more pink on the cheeks, I think, than it shows up on here. In the camera, it's coming up really mauve-y, but it is really mauve-y. It's like mauve-y brown. I feel like it's so gorgeous, especially for like an everyday wear. And it is a matte blush, so you can add some highlight on top of it or something if you would like, just if you want like a shimmer bronzer. But this shade is really stunning and I love it. Alright, so when I was looking through my eyeshadow drawer, it was like clearly obvious to me which 2 palettes I needed to put in here because this company absolutely killed it this year with their eyeshadows. And these are the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette and the Violet Voss Laura Lee palette. Their consistency of these eyeshadows are so amazing. I think this is one of my all-time favorite formulas of eyeshadows. I think I even like these more than the like Anastasia single eyeshadows. These formulas are so good and their colors are so amazing. Like, how is that not a perfect array of shades? So the quality of these I think are a little bit better than the Morphe, so I definitely think this is worth the splurge. Same with the Laura Lee palette. These shadows are amazing. She did a great job of putting in all of these colors. I think they all go so well together, and the pigmentation of these are amazing as well. And I really, really have been loving Violet Voss recently. Their eyeshadows are so nice, and they do have this like huge palette coming out with like tons and tons and tons of colors in it. It's like huge palette, I think. And yeah, I have been loving these palettes. Also, I want to talk about a quad. This is my favorite L'Oreal quad. This is the French Biscuit 104 quad. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I'm obsessed with this little quad because of this brown color right here and this one right here. These 2 colors are so gorgeous, and I just love the consistency of these. They're like bouncy, but they're not moussey because they're like a powder, and I love it because like this shade right here, you can build up into your crease and it can get like super, super dark, which is crazy because it's not that dark in the pan, but it's really buildable, and I'm obsessed with this palette, and it's from the drugstore, and it's amazing. You need it in your life. Next up is an eyeliner. So for forever I was using like gel eyeliners with a brush, and then I'd have to always go clean the brush, and I hate cleaning my brushes. So I picked up a couple felt tip liners, and I usually hate felt tip liners because the tip always seems to like break, and then it's all like flimsy when you're trying to do it, you know. But I came across this one, and I've literally used it nonstop every single time since I got it. And this is the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper. This stuff is so black, and it is such a good felt tipped pen. It is so dark and it draws your lines so easily that I think this is one of the best eyeliners that I have ever tried. And it's even great because they have so many different colors of this, but the black one is just bomb.com. It is so, so good. And I just can't say enough good things about it. I got this maybe 6 months ago-ish, and I've literally used it every single time I've needed to do eyeliner. Literally every time. All right, next up I have a highlighter, and this one is from Anastasia. This is the Glow Kit in That Glow. This one is one that I use all the time because of this yellow shade right here called Sunburst, and then this one down here in Dripping in Gold. Anastasia has such bomb glow kits or highlighters. Even her highlighters and her glow kits just are so amazing. They have such great colors, and the pigmentation of them is gorgeous, obviously, because it's Anastasia, and everything, oh, it's just so pretty. It's like the perfect highlight. It's not chunky. This palette is not chunky. It's very, very creamy, and it goes on the skin really nicely. This is my favorite because it's more on the bronzy champagne-y side. It's not like blue or anything like that. This one is so perfect, and so when you start getting a little bit tan, I can use some of the darker shades in here, and when I'm more on the fair side, I can use this yellow or this shade right here, and it's just perfect. I love it. All right, my next product is from Benefit, and this is the Benefit Cabral in number 4. This is something that, once again, I use almost every single day. It is such a great consistency, and I love that it comes with a brush inside the cap. And number 4 is so perfect for my brows because I like my brows to be a little bit darker than my hair. So I do have it on right now, and it just gives such a nice line. It's not chunky, and it just blends in very nicely with like my face and my eyebrows, and you can see it just gives a nice sharp line. I used the brush that comes in here. The line is nice and precise, and I wish it had a spoolie. That's the only thing I do wish, is that this had a spoolie. But this has been one of my all-time favorites, and it stays really long on my brows as well. Next up is a liquid lipstick, and this liquid lipstick company, I can't stop using it. This is the Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick in the color Candy K. Whenever I go out, I always use this color. Like if I'm going out at night, this is the color that is on my lips. I use the lip liner as well. This stays on my lips literally all night. I don't even have to bring it with me. I do bring it with me because, you know, who knows what might happen. But I don't ever have to reapply it. This stays on my lips for so long, and I don't understand. Because if I use a different liquid lipstick, I have to reapply it in like an hour because it starts like wearing in the center of my lips. This brand, I don't know what they did with this, but I don't have to reapply it ever. Like ever. Ever. And I love it. Next, we're going to talk about some glosses. So I don't wear gloss very much on camera, but if I'm going to school or if I'm going out at night and I want like some gloss on top of my Kylie, these are the ones I'm always reaching for. These are the Sigma Lip Vex, and then this one is the Tinted Lip Gloss. So the gloss is more of a glossy consistency, more sheer, which I love when I'm going to work or something if I want to look a little more extra. But I love using this, and then the Lip Vexes are more of a opaque lip gloss, which I once again really love, and I love that it's like a brush where you can brush it on. It's not like a doe foot applicator, and I love to pair these on top of my Kylie liquid lipstick because this is drying, and then you add a little bit of this gloss, and it's just like bang! I actually think I remember reading an email. I think they're having a sale on these. I think on the Lip Vexes. I'm pretty sure, I think. I'll leave the link below if they are, but I think they have like new like quads coming out with like 4 of these in a pack. But these are really, really great. I love these because they're like glossy, but yet they have a little bit more opacity to them than the glosses do. But if you want something a little more sheer, I would definitely go with the glosses. But the consistency of these Sigma lip glosses and lip Vexes are really great because they're not like overly sticky. They're actually not really sticky at all. And these ones I just love. I do have a coupon code for Sigma as well. It's just code Courtney, and I will leave the link down below to these lip Vexes if they do have them coming out as like a sale. I will leave this down below for you. Alright, only 2 more things left. So there has been this pair of lashes that I used often. I try to switch it up because I know you guys don't want to see me wearing the same ones, but if you guys would allow me to wear the same ones every single time, I totally would. And these are my Hypnoti Lashes in Addiction. I have so many pairs of these, and I've only used one of the pairs because they last so long and they don't get damaged easily, and they're perfect for like everyday wear, but also I wear these when I go out just to like kind of like make my look a little more oomph. And these lashes are just so pretty. They're so wispy and so fluffy, and they're not like overly like lashy, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's like that's too much lash. They're just like the perfect lash. Alright, the last thing I want to talk about are nail products. So I have had a lot of questions on how I get my nails to be so long. So these are my natural nails here. As you can see, this one is the only one that's not my natural nail because it broke when I was in Florida. But all of these are my natural nails. So a lot of people have been asking like what I use to keep my nails from breaking and how I keep them so strong, and it's actually these three things. These three things are from the Gel Bottle Inc. I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but I came across these and knew I wanted to try them, and I've been using them ever since, nonstop. So these are their Builder Gel in a bottles. This is the rubber top coat, rubber base coat, and then the Builder Color Gel. So the one I have on my nails right now is number 18, and all you do is put on a layer of the base coat, you put on your color, and then you put on your top coat, and it is like a builder gel, so it makes your nails really hard, and it is soak off. So when you are done with it in like 2 or 3 weeks, however long, you just soak it in acetone, like scrape it off like you would with any like gel polish. But these are a builder gel, so they're super hard. So that has helped me from keeping my nails from breaking. So they have grown an extreme amount because I put this on every 2 weeks, and then I like take it off, or I'll just like do a refill, kind of like when you go to the salon and yours like has grown out so much that you like need to go in for a fill. I'll just like fill mine in, and then I'm good to go again. And then my nails have just grown so much because they haven't been breaking and they're so strong. And I actually just like cut these too. Like these are like freshly cut, like, and I took a bunch of it off because they were so thick. But I don't know what I would have done without these, because there's no way my nails would have made it through everything that I do without this hard stuff. So this is a UK brand, so it is fairly expensive to get it shipped to the US, but it is totally worth it if you are trying to grow your nails out. And they do have multiple colors of this gel color too. I have number 18 on right now. I do have 4 other ones which are just as pretty as these, but I highly, highly recommend these if you are trying to grow your nails out. These have just been an absolute lifesaver. Alright guys, those were all of my favorites for this past year. I cannot believe 2016 is over. 2017 has started. I'm so excited. This is going to be a great year, I think. So let me know down below what one of your favorite items were this past year. I can't wait to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. I love all of you so, so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!